All right, everyone, I am in upstate New York. I am making my way to the Erie Canal, which runs across the northern part of the state. I'm going to show you it first and then visit 4 towns that are situated right here on the canal. Now, the Erie Canal, man-made, considered an engineering achievement. It runs 363 miles across the northern half of the state, basically from Buffalo all the way over to the Hudson River. And then once you get to the Hudson River, you head south and you'll hit New York Harbor. So this was a waterway that they created to cross New York from the Atlantic Ocean over to the Great Lakes. It's considered the first superhighway to be built in the United States. And when they finished it in the early 1800s, it was one of the most traveled waterways in the world. And in fact, it was the second longest waterway in the world. There's that as well. Let me add that in. But at its peak, 30,000 shipments a year would go through the Erie Canal. Today it's just recreational traffic. How cool is it that a boat goes by right when I say that? But it sure looking pretty beautiful. I'm seeing it for the first time myself, and I'm just describing what I see to you guys. But wow, look at this. Yes, that's a road that crosses it, but it's closed. I couldn't drive across. I wanted to. You know, I love driving on cool old bridges. But anyway, yeah, here it is. The Erie Canal. I am in the town of Palmyra. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. Just let me give you a nice look here. All right, I'm back in the Bronco. There's the bridge I was just under. So that's the Erie Canal right up there. As I told you earlier, I am in the town of Palmyra. Let's take a look at it on the map. That's me, the blue dot. Let's do a mileage log, shall we? Real quick. 101,005 miles. Yeah, she's getting up there. She just rolled over 100,000 miles. It is 69 degrees. That is 21 Celsius. It is early August. Today is a Friday. So the summer is slipping away, isn't it? Palmyra, New York is named after the Palmyra in Syria. And some pretty interesting things have happened in this town. We'll get to that. Let's take a drive through one of the residential streets. There are about 3,300 people here, and actually New York calls this a village. So it's not a town or a city, I suppose. Peak population was in 1970. There were just under 3,800 people here. So the town is lost a little bit of population, shall we say. Very old homes, huh? Anyway, I'm 1 block off Main Street. How about if I get up there? Let's take a look up there. Median age here is 40. 52% of the town is female. 94% of the town is white. 4% Hispanic, 1% black, last 1% mixed. Median household income is $66,000 a year. It's a little under $1,300 a week. So, yeah, pretty good income. Poverty's real low here too, 11%. That's lower than the national average. Children's 6 or 17 and under, it's 6%. That's really low. And folks 65 and older, it's 8%. See this church here, Zion Episcopal, it says. Presbyterian church there. And you can see the spire go up. I'm not sure what that church is. City of God, it says. And then Canal Town Community Church here. So you've got 4 churches with spires at this one intersection. This is the only place in the United States where there are 4 churches on the 4 corners that face each other. Now I find it interesting that none of these churches are Mormon churches, because Palmyra is the birthplace of the Mormon religion. It is in this town that Joseph Smith, as a young man, founded the Mormon church. When he was here, according to the story, an angel came down from heaven and told him that the golden plates that would become the Book of Mormon are buried on a hill nearby, and I'm going to go to it here shortly. That he was to go there and dig them up and transcribe them into the Book of Mormon, which is what he did. And in fact, the first 5,000 copies of the Book of Mormon were printed here. All right, folks, there it is, the E.B. Grandin building. That is where the first 5,000 copies of the Book of Mormon were printed. It is on a National Register now. A very important place for the Mormon religion, as you can well imagine. Anyway, you can see the downtown's quite quaint. It's real nice. It is about 9 a.m., so it's a little quiet, I guess, except for all the traffic, which is kind of insane. But yeah, you can see the intersection down there where all those churches are. That's it right there. But I'm seeing a lot of nice stuff here downtown. I'm not seeing any empty storefronts. So probably during the day it gets pretty busy down here. Median home value in this town, or the median home value, by the way, is $113,000. Yeah, it's really nice. You guys want to know what crime is? It's low. Last year, 12 incidents per 1,000 people. U.S. average is 23. So that's about half what it is in the U.S. as a whole. The whole town looks like this. This is a very picturesque town. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed. Look at that house. Some of the architecture is just amazing. Some of these houses. There's one up here I want to show you guys real quick. Look at that house. Isn't that something? You think that's like a little study up there, or just a lookout point for the kids? That is too cool. That house, it's amazing. Anyway, come out on the street here, get a real nice view of the spires of the 4 churches. Here, let me see if I can get that. There we go. You guys see that? The spires, that's the view coming in. Let me back out a little. And you see the spires of these churches. It's pretty impressive. Well, through those trees is the hill. The spot where Joseph Smith dug up the golden plates and transcribed the Book of Mormon. They've got a little information here. Let's check it out. You can see the picture. Apparently that's Joseph Smith. Glad tidings from Kimura. That's the name of the hill. Hill Kimura. The hill Kimura rises in front of you for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This hill is holy ground. Many years ago, the hill preserved an ancient book of scripture written on gold plates. The plates were buried somewhere on the west side near the top. Between September 1823 and 1827, a young man named Joseph Smith climbed this hill at least 5 times to meet with an angel named Moroni, a prophet who had written on the gold plates centuries earlier. Each time Joseph came, Moroni helped him prepare to obtain the plates. Moroni also helped Joseph prepare to become the prophet through whom Jesus Christ would restore his gospel and church to the earth. Let's see, on September 1827, 22nd, Moroni allowed Joseph to take the book of gold plates from the hill. He translated the book and the Book of Mormon, now published throughout the world. So there you go. So this must be the angel Moroni depicted here. And of course they have a big center here, because just like it says, this is a holy spot in the Mormon Church. This is where it all began. Anyway, there's a monument up here. Let's go take a look. So here is a better unrestricted look at the hill. The hill of Kimura. Somewhere up there, that's where the golden plates were, according to the story. I'm at the top of the hill that I just showed you. Nice view, huh? Anyway, there's a monument here. Let's go take a look. So here it is, the monument at the top of Hill Kimura. That is Moroni in gold. Let's read what it says. This monument has been erected by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to commemorate the delivering of the ancient American record known as the Book of Mormon to the prophet Joseph Smith on September 22, 1827. Figure on top of the shaft represents Moroni, the heavenly messenger who visited Joseph. He is shown as though calling the inhabitants of the earth to hear and heed the gospel message, and he is holding in his left hand the plates from which the Book of Mormon was translated. So there you go. Let me zoom up there and give you a little better look at the angel Moroni. There he is, holding the golden plates. So this is it. This is where the golden plates were found. I am back out on the Erie Canal in the small city of Newark. Let's see what this says here. Old Newark, circa 1850. The Erie Canal changed the face of New York State, the United States, and the people whose lives it touched. The canal attracted workers, boatmen, immigrants, and the people required to support their needs. This mural depicts a young boy, Hoggy, driving his mule team. The mules are located where the actual towpath ran. In the background is Old Newark's Main Street Bridge. Definitely an old mural here. Anyway, there's the city. Now, a little bit about Newark before I get back out in the Bronco. There's about 9,000 people here now. Peak population was in 1960. There were just under 13,000 people. So the town has lost some population. Median age is 38, and gender breakdown is 50-50. Before I go any farther, though, how about if I head into downtown? Let's read this first, though. The Erie Canal, 363-mile-long canal, took 8 years and $7 million to build. From the beginning, the Erie Canal was an unbridled success as raw materials and agricultural products from new settlements moved eastward, finished goods and newcomers moved westward. By 1855, cross-state travel went from 6 weeks to 6 days. How about that? And freight costs fell from $100 to $5 per ton. So there's a little information there with another mural. They're showing Jackson Perkins Company, who, among other things, developed and produced roses. One of the most prolific rose producers in history. Anyway, okay. There it is, the Erie Canal. Let's head into town. One of the first things I've got to show you guys is this building right here. The Newark Post Office. Built in 1911, it was designed by a guy named James Knox Taylor. He was the head of the Office of the Supervising Architect for the U.S. Treasury Department in the late 1800s into the early 1900s, and is one of the most prolific architects in our country's history. He designed, hundreds of government buildings across the country. This is one of his finest. 77% of the town is white. 12% is Hispanic. 3% black, 1% Asian, and then the last 7% is mixed. It's real pretty here, isn't it? Median household income, $53,000 a year. That's a little over $1,000 a week. And poverty level, very low, 13%. Well, that's about what it is for the U.S. So it's about the same as the U.S. 17 and under is 15%. 65 and older is 18%. Yeah, so poverty is about the same as the country as a whole. Crime is about the same as the U.S. too. Crime is 24. Last year was 24 incidents. For the U.S., it's 23. I'm gonna go check out a neighborhood. Let's see what the houses look like. But you're seeing some of them now, and they look really good, really beautiful. Well, let's check out some more. Well, I'm one street off Main. So these are the downtown neighborhoods. And what do you, or what else can you say except wow? Check out this house here. Isn't that something? Second New York town in a row where the homes are just unbelievable. The median home value of this town is $104,000. And you see a lot of this. So, I don't know. That seems pretty low to me. Either there are some really bad looking houses somewhere in this town that I haven't seen, or it's just an inexpensive place to live. Because these neighborhoods and these homes, they're absolutely beautiful. Let's see, I'm turning on Maple Street, and they have a house for sale here. $211 Maple Street. So that house is for sale. Somebody find out how much they want for that. I'm curious. What does a house for like that sell for? In this neighborhood, and you're looking at the neighborhood. this is a beautiful neighborhood. Well, everyone, I am entering the town of Lyons. It's named after Lyon, France. As you can see, this bridge is quite narrow. Anyway, yeah, I'm heading into town now. Downtown, if you will. Let's see a little bit about the town first, though. There are a little over 3,400 people here. That's the population. Peak population was in 1990. There were 6,300. So that is pretty significant, and I'm talking about the population loss. That's a lot of people gone. That's almost half the population is not here anymore, and that was just 30-something years ago. Be interesting to see what this town looks like. Median age is 42, so it is an older town. 53% of the town is female. The rest is male. Beautiful old church there. Well, I appear to be out of downtown already, so let me get turned around. Well, I'm here in downtown Lyon. I think I'm just going to walk down it. Kind of mosey down the main street here and tell you about the place. It's a pretty quaint little downtown, though. Anyway, some more info. 75% of the town is white. 9% is Hispanic. 9% is black. 7% is mixed. Looks like there's a few residences here in downtown. I think this is a residence right here. It's a beautiful design on the home. Oh, you know what? There's multiple mailboxes there, so it looks like it's been split up into smaller rooms. This might be a house, though. It's got the Christmas decorations up, though. Merry Christmas. Even though it is August. Oh, look at this little side street in downtown here. There's a little bit more to the town than I thought. Anyway, look at this. Got an old theater here. What does that say? Omen Theater. Now that's pretty fantastic, isn't it? Well, I tell you what, I like this downtown. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Poverty is pretty high here. Maybe that's why it's losing population. Overall poverty is 24%. Children's poverty is where it's really bad, though. 43%. That is really high. I mean, that's up there. 43%, 17 and under. 65 and older, it's actually pretty low, though, 9%. Crime is pretty low, though. Last year, 13 incidents per 1,000 people. U.S. average is 23. And we got a mule here. Should we take a look? Anyway, Lyons is the county seat for Wayne County, and the courthouse is right over here. So let's go check it out. They've got a park in the middle of downtown. It's pretty nice. You can hear a train. Anyway, let's see. County Courthouse, right over here. This was an old building too, very old. Well, I can hear you folks in Europe snickering. For you, the U.S., this is an old building. Built in 1854 at a cost of $50,000. That's a Greek revival architecture, so ancient Greece is where it got its design cues. You can totally see that. That is a beautiful building. Huh. Well, there you are, guys. Yeah, it's really nice here. Giving you a look at this little secondary downtown. You can tell it's old, but it's beautiful. Really, really well kept up. Yeah, this it's pretty nice. Pretty nice town. Now you can see these boats going through Canal Locks. See it right here. How cool is this, huh? How awesome. I'm just leaving the camera on, let you guys see everything, but yeah, this is pretty nifty. So there's the canal there. Wow. And so this is a dry lock, actually, I think is what this is. Yeah, so you could divert boats in this area here. You can see where the water is right here, and you can repair them. Now there in the distance, I'm going to try to get closer, but I don't know if I can. That is Dipper Dredge number 3. That was built in 1929, used for excavating the underneath of the canal. It's on the National Register. Yeah, they got a couple boats. That are, yeah, I guess you would call that dry dock, am I right? Yeah, that is so cool. Oh, let me see if I can get closer. I found the way all the way down here. Nobody's tried to run me off yet. But here's that Dipper Dredge. And then these boats over here. And dry dock. Looks like they've been in dry dock for a very long time though. Oh, got a little wind kicking in. That is really cool. So here's a look at this lock. There's the Erie Canal heading that way. And you can see the water going underneath me. But yeah, there's the lock. So they can lift the boats up and they can make their way downriver. That is pretty awesome. You can see down there a little bit. Give you a good shot. I'm at the bottom of this dry dock right now. Nobody has run me off yet. Anyway, yeah, that's been there a while, hasn't it? It's got another one right here. Anyway, you can see the gates up here. We'll get closer. Yeah, so this gate here, you open that, bring your boat in so it can be repaired, and then close it up, and voila, they're dry docked. So cool being here. Anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying this immensely. Places like this are what makes what I do so much fun. Anyway, let's go look at some neighborhoods here in Lyons. We got some houses here. These houses butt up right against the canal. Yeah, the canal's right down there. These are really old houses. And that house, it's kind of beat up, but it is huge. Some of these houses are not as in good condition. That one is. That one's real nice. But still, they're big and grand. Actually, I spoke too soon. All these houses look real nice here. Yeah. Yeah, these are awesome. Wow, look at that one. Now that one's in pretty bad condition, but it is huge. Look how big that is. That was an actual mansion. I'll tell you one thing for sure is here in rural New York, they build the houses really big. All right, I'm at the last town I'm going to visit on this trip, the village of Clyde, on the Erie, Clyde, New York, Lauraville Landing. Well, let's give you a look at it. No swimming. Well, that's not very fun. I don't know if I would swim in that though. That's pretty brown, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, downtown is over there, so I'm going to head there in a second. Just wanted to see what the canal looks like here. And there it is. Pretty sweet. All right, let's head into town. Let's see, they have a map of the canal here. Let me show it to you real quick. You can see right here, Buffalo, New York. One end of it, and it goes, of course, across the state. You got Syracuse here, Rochester is here, but anyway, it goes across, and I guess you can go north. Interesting. My understanding was that you could go down the Hudson too, down to New York Harbor, which is down here. So there you go, a map of the canal. All right, so Clyde has about 2,000 people in it. Used to be 2,800 people here. That was in 1970. So the town has lost pretty significant population. That's 800 people. Median age is 43. There's a shot of downtown, or some of it. 52% of the town, let's just go straight. 52% of the town is male, 48 female. I like this downtown. Let's see, 91% of the town is white. 4% is black. 3% Hispanic. 2% mixed. Median household income, $53,000. That's just over $1,000 a week. And let's see what else I can find here. Let me tell you about poverty. 14%. So that's a little lower than the U.S. average. Children 17 and under, it's 12%. Folks 65 and older, it's 8%. So that's not too bad. Yeah, they got a nice park here in the downtown area. I'm going to drive over and show you that other little street of downtown too. Give you a look at everything. Now, crime is low. Last year, 10 incidents per 1,000 people. U.S. average is 23. So yeah, that's less than half what it is in the rest of the country as a whole. Anyway, here's this other little part of downtown. I know this has been here, I want to say, since the late 1800s, this part of downtown. Yeah, it's very old. The median home value here is $74,000. As I show you some of the houses in the town. Yeah, that one's going to need a lot of work. Yeah, there are a lot of really old houses. Let me get that spit out. Really old houses here. They're all very interesting looking. I could use a little upkeep, but like that house there, that is an interesting looking home. That could be incredible. Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of this video. Up next, Nicole and I will be taking a look at Syracuse, New York. Anyway, that's coming up next. Be looking for it.